Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser. Greatest podcast known to man as voted by Blitzen and Rudolph. And those other guys. You know the guys, right? One guy with the fucking horns on him and fat dude. Pretty close to Christmas. Last podcast before Christmas. I'm happy to be here. Shout out to Fletcher, Ron Stop, Low Key, The Super Poop, Love My Toe, Cam 702, Fletcher, The Real Griff, Chief Muska, Paul Miranda, The Super Poop, D Trick, iBook Boy, Love My Toe, Muska, Super Poop. Sure, I repeated some of those. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. The time right now is 3:44, which means we are 14 minutes late. I hope you have a good excuse. Don't worry, I do have a good excuse. Also, you guys will notice no more Alex Jones voice today. If you missed last week's podcast, I spent the whole podcast talking like this because I was sick for over a week. And I shouldn't say I wasn't actually sick for over a week. Only my throat was taken out. It was not no fever, no body aches, no sneezing, no coughing. Just can't talk good, which is great for me because that's pretty much all I do on social media. I also stream here on Twitch when I'm not doing the podcast, and most of that is also me screaming into a microphone. So not having a voice really stunted my ability to try to be entertaining, because I think sometimes I'm pretty entertaining, right? So yeah, all week I've been whispering into the microphone, playing some good pranks on you guys. Did you know that if you wrap paper around a microphone and then you turn the volume all the way up and then you use scissors to cut the paper, it makes everyone turn off your stream, and it may have blown up someone's speakers. Why am I late today? Well, I felt like for the past couple of days, I've kind of been neglecting my dog. You know, it's cold. I don't want to go out. In summertime, it's way easier for me to walk the dog at like 11 p.m., at midnight, after my stream. You know, it's 12:30, late at night, walk my dog, no one's around, the weather's not so bad, it's like still 90 degrees outside in summertime, even at midnight. So just more comfortable for me, and no one's out. You know, most people are sleeping. But now that it's gotten kind of cold at nighttime, it's 35 degrees, I end up not doing it. I kind of neglect the dog, and it's cold inside my house too. So he spends a lot of time, instead of jumping around with the zoomies and playing with his toys, he spends a lot of time on his heated blanket. I call it his heated blanket. It's ours. We share the heated blanket. He sits on top of it. I sit under it. We both get heat. So the heated blanket, I think I only paid like $30 for this thing. It has more than paid for itself as far as being comfortable. I keep trying to keep the temperature in my house down. My AC right now, or my heater, is set at 66. So when the temperature inside the house gets below 66, the heat kicks on for, 5-10 minutes. It brings the temperature from 65 up to 66. And then, that's still pretty cold for being inside, but I'm saving a ton of money on my electric bill. We don't have gas here, so all that money gets spent on electricity. And between the fridge and the dryer and my oven and the air conditioner and heater, you can end up spending a lot of money. My power bill in summertime, sometimes it's up to like $220. And that's a lot of money to spend every month just to try to not die from the elements. Oh yes, why am I late? I took the dog. Listen, I woke up early. I said, you know what? I got to do the podcast. I was hungover all day yesterday. I didn't get to hang out with him. Said, we are going to the park. We're not going to simply walk around the block. That's boring. I want him to get out there and stretch his legs. So I take him to this park. I was fully prepared to break the lock off of this park because it says no dogs allowed. But you know what? That's racist against dogs. which are a type of race of dog. I went there with a adjustable wrench. I was ready to break this fucking lock off. Luckily, they left the lock not there. So I got into this park for free. Big baseball field. We're running around, having a great time. I find an old baseball. I throw the baseball. He runs. He grabs it. He knew what to do. He knew the job. He knew the assignment. He sees a baseball. He don't ask questions. We're throwing the baseball. We're having a great time. I'm feeling good. I keep looking at my watch. I'm like, damn, I got to hurry up and do this podcast. But then I'm also like, well, fuck the podcast. The dog is more important. So we ended up being only 14 minutes late. But let me tell you what happened at this park that also made me late for the podcast. I don't know why. All the grass on this baseball field is dying. It's dead. It's just a big mound of dirt everywhere. There's no grass. So for some reason, they're still watering it. I guess maybe they're trying to make the grass grow. That makes perfect sense. I don't know why I presented the story the way I did. I guess they're watering it to try to make the grass grow. So we get there, and there's mud everywhere. The grass is wet. I went to the far side of it where it kind of like the terrain slants down, sunk down into the grass. Yeah, I started jacking off. That was the sound of me coming on the baseball field. That's also why I'm late. So I'm walking around the baseball field, and he finds a big puddle of mud, jumps in the puddle of mud, goes over to the damp grass, rolls all over his back in the damp grass, and then, as we leave, he's soaking wet. We go through the dry desert, and he picks up all of the dust all over his pads and on his belly. So he basically turned himself into like a powdered donut. You know, his feet were covered in chocolate, little chocolate sprinkles, and then he got himself nice and wet with like some egg batter, and then he went to the dusty ass white sandy desert, and he covered himself in sand. I did not get a good look at my back seat, but I'm sure my car is fucked right now. But you know what? He's worth it. I'm not actually mad at all. I took him home, and I said, you know what? I need to get this podcast going in like 5 minutes, but I cannot have you walking around my house the way you are. So I took him in there, gave him a bath. I scrubbed his back. I scrubbed his legs. I scrubbed his chest, his belly, his little privates region. Got him all nice and clean. He actually was very cooperative today. A lot of the times in the bathtub, he's really skittish. You know, I have to physically pick up my 80-pound dog and place him into the water because he will not jump into the bathtub on his own. Today, I think maybe for the first time ever, he jumps in there on his own. I think it might have been because the water's warm and he just hates the cold air, maybe. Although also, I didn't mention this. At the baseball area today, the grass field, dude, the weather was perfect. I've been complaining about the weather so much. It felt great to be out in the sunshine, little bit of a breeze. Only thing that ruined it was my feet were getting wet a lot. Anyways, I get him in the bathtub, wash his legs, back, his belly, his neck. I usually don't mess with his face too much. He don't like anyone touching his face too much. So I just kind of let him, you want to have a dirty face? You have a little dirty face. It's a free country, goddammit. So then I take him out of the bath, and I have a small bathroom right there, and it has like tile floor. And of course, I forgot one critical body part. Does anyone in the chat room know what body part I missed? I washed his arms. I washed his legs. I washed his belly. I washed his neck. I washed his back. I washed his thighs. I washed around his privates. I must have missed something. I missed inside of his pads, inside of his feet. Paul Miranda got it. I missed the inside of his feet, which were housing this bright red mud from this baseball field because the area where the teammates, the players, I guess, the area where they run, it's like bright red dirt. So now my bathroom floor is bright fucking red. I cannot believe it's also a dog's foot is basically like a vault. Like it closes in and it holds all the dirt until he's ready to release it. And he was in like 6 inches of water. I have a bathtub in there. He's in 6 inches of water. He kept the dirt inside of his pads. Didn't even let the dirt out until right when he got out of the bathtub. And I was looking at the water. I was like, this water should be a little dirtier. It's dirty water, but it should be a lot dirtier considering what I just saw him playing in. Mud, dirt, dirty grass. Yeah, it was brick powder. That's what it was, Dietrich. So now there's brick powder all over my fucking bathroom, which is fine. You know what? He's my dog, and I love him. As we left the baseball area, like I said, I went through the desert. I didn't go through the way I came in, just in case the feds were on me. Had a big old wrench in my pocket. I'm just kidding. We went around the other way because in my mind, walking through the dry desert would dry off his pads so that he wouldn't get the car too dirty. Kind of backfired on me. But we went through the desert, and the dog took a big old doo-doo, just like his daddy. He had some green poop today. And funny you should mention that. I also had green poop today. The difference is he didn't have anywhere near as much Steel Reserve Blackberry, the purple can. He didn't have near as much malt liquor as I did last night. We were up, me and him just cheersing, playing dominoes and blackjack. Hey, have a shot, Koopa. Okay, sure, Steve. He had this green poop. Anyways, my question for you guys was, in his little backpack, in his harness, I always have poop bags. I am not a litter bug. I return my shopping carts. I hold the door open for people. If I barely met you and you appear to be around my age, I say, yes, sir, no, ma'am, things like that. I try to be gentlemanly when I can in public. I always pick up my dog's shit. Always. I'm always picking up dog shit if it's somewhere where a person should be located, right? If I'm walking the dog around the neighborhood, he never shits around the neighborhood. But let's say he did, I'd bend down, I'd pick it up. Whenever we go to a grass field, he will always take a shit. Whenever we're around a friend's house, he'll take a shit. Even at a friend's backyard, I'm like, I'll clean up this. He has a harness on. A poop bag is never more than 1 millimeter away from his body because I unzip his backpack. Poop bag is right there. Zip it back up. Put it on. Grab the poop with my bare hands. Then I take the bag. I make it inside out, and I throw the bag of poop away. So if you're not doing that, people, you should be. Here's where I am asking for your opinions. We were in the middle of the desert. No longer am I near a baseball field. I am in a barren wasteland of nothing but rocks and lizards and sharp, spiky plants and cactuses. And he took a shit right there. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not going to clean this shit. Why should I? This is nature. We are out in the middle of nature. Coyotes, shit out here. Birds, shit out here. Rabbits, shit out here. All animals that Jesus created, shit out here. Why should I clean this one? So I did not clean it. Now, this is not on a path. This is not on a walking trail. I made the trail. In fact, I had to go down this hill because it was too rocky for the dog. We went down the hill, took a shit. I don't feel guilty at all. And I guess I was just wanted to hear your guys' perspective. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in a comment. I didn't clean it. Also, it was a sight to admire. A green poop of that magnitude, of that size, on a beautiful sunny day. If a human being was to be walking in that stretch, in that multiple miles long stretch of desert, they would look at that, pause, and go, wow, wow, wow. Would you look at that? Wow, wow. Oh my God, wow. That's what they would say. And I feel like not only did I do the world a favor, all right, because it's part of life, right? The poop becomes, how did South Park put it? The poop becomes like dirt, the dirt becomes the rain, and the rain becomes our drinking water, right? I just fed water to humanity. Anyways, I'm not cleaning up that dog shit. If I'm in the middle of the desert, I'm not cleaning up dog shit. Also, guess what? Also, the desert lacks trash cans. No trash cans in the middle of the desert. None whatsoever. I've been talking to my local congresswoman about putting trash cans in the middle of the desert, and she laughed me off the internet. I'm kidding. What else has been going on this week? It was a fun eventful week. I had my friend Replacement come to town. Fellow Twitch streamer, IRL streamer, partnered streamer, has a check mark by his name. He goes around and, you know what he does. He walks around, he hurts little kids. He plays pranks on people, eats food. One time he watched a bunch of cops murder some guy on the beach. And then also, he used to play Mario. So I had the opportunity to watch someone other than me play really high-level Mario levels. And I don't know why that matters to me, but being able to see another person, it'd be like if you were a dog and you had never seen a dog before. You know what I mean? Like, I finally see something like, oh, there's other people like me and they really exist outside of the internet. I got to see a person play the same style of Mario games that I play, having never met a person in real life that can do it. Or maybe I have met them, but I've never witnessed them doing it right next to me. So I got to watch him play Mario. Also, what a psychopath. You know the way to hold a controller, right? I have one right here. If you're watching this on video, you hold a controller like this. Left hand, left thumb goes here, right thumb goes here. If you're cool enough, you might use these bumpers like this, and that's how you play. This motherfucker had his whole palm, his whole palm was on the right side, playing Mario like a goddamn special kid. And I had to kick him out of my house. I wasn't going to put up with that shit. Anyways, it was a great time, dude. I thought we might be able to break a table. We did not end up doing that, but I made food. You guys know my New Year's resolution last year was to make food for my friends. I was very excited to make food for him and Fitnoid. I made something that I saw on Instagram, and oh my God. It was great. I ate it for 3 days in a row. It was like a chicken cutlet, but instead of a chicken breast, I used a chicken thigh, and it's already cut really thin, so I didn't need to pound it out. So I did that. I breaded it with some panko, Italian-style panko, and I even added some shake and bake in there. Got it nicely coated, so it wasn't quite the consistency of like a chicken tender, but it was like a pork chop kind of thing. So I had that going. That made some vodka sauce. Oh, Lord, what is vodka sauce? Well, if you guys will remember a few podcasts ago, I bought a New Amsterdam vodka that was a collab with Hot Ones, which is an interview show where they eat like really spicy hot sauces on hot wings. So it was a spicy vodka. And I tried to eat this spicy vodka on everything. I made Bloody Marys. They were okay. Kind of tastes like shit. I tried to combine it with Sprite. Turns out a spicy, like tomatoey Sprite is disgusting. I tried to add it to Gatorade. Yuck. Turns out you add spicy vodka to Gatorade, makes you want to throw up. It was the worst. It's the worst vodka ever. Luckily, I kept it. I tried to give it away. No one would take it. Nobody would take the spicy vodka. So I got the breaded chicken done, and then I had some onions in the pan. Boom, got the onions. Got the crushed tomatoes in the pan. Boom, crushed tomatoes. Got some spicy shit on there. Threw in some fresh garlic. Boom, boom, boom. Got it going. Added in the spicy vodka. Lit that bitch on fire. I'm talking Bobby Flay. This shit is on fire in the kitchen. And we even streamed the test run. Had my pan on fire. Flambe style, god damn it. Then I added in some heavy cream. Only a little bit of heavy cream. Mixed it up. Added in a couple of secret ingredients I'm not going to tell you guys about. Boom. Let it simmer for a minute. Let it kind of reduce. Now I had this thick vodka sauce. Oh, Lord have mercy. Put the vodka sauce. Then I put some fresh grated Parmesan in the sauce. Got a little thick boy action. And then put the vodka sauce on top of the cutlet. Boom. Looking beautiful. It's kind of orange. It's supposed to be like, kind of pink, I guess. Mine came out kind of orange. Whatever. Looking good. Maybe it is supposed to be orange. Whatever. It was a great hue. It was a nice edible hue on the food. Then I put a little bit of more Parmesan on top, right? And then I put a little bit of dried parsley for the photo. And they loved it. This motherfucker said the chicken was perfectly cooked. And you know what the chat room said? The chat room said, you're making me hungry. Man, nothing brightens my day like someone complimenting my food. And you know what? You know what pisses me off? when I know I made something that was amazing, fire, delicious, especially, listen, if I make something great and somebody goes, oh yeah, it was good. It was good. If they give me that shrug and say it was good, oh, I'm offended. First off, half the people that say that are people that live off Burger King and shit. So, number one, your opinion, like, sorry I didn't shit on it and pay someone $6 to stand on some lettuce and spit on it before they served it to you cold. My mistake for not knowing what you like to eat. But, yeah, everyone's a critic. Everyone wants to be a critic. Listen, these negative comments are coming from people that don't eat home-cooked food. They live off Hot Pockets and Eggo waffles and Uncrustables and Burger King. And those are the guys telling me that my vodka sauce made from scratch with fucking freshly grated Parmesan in a perfect breaded chicken thigh that was made shallow fried by a person, right? Not some shit that was frozen, shipped from the middle of the country and just dropped and boiled and deep fried. You should be the one person that would appreciate this. But you know what? You want to know why they don't? It's the same reason that homeless people are never satisfied with the money you give them. And I know this is kind of a leap. This is a leap of a metaphor. You ever give a bum $5 and they look at you, they go, thanks, I guess. And you go, bitch, you've never seen a $5 bill. This is gold to you. You know how much crack this can buy? More than you can ever imagine. Because usually you're paying for crack in quarters. And a quarter, even seeing a quarter on your salary is a blessing. And they go, whatever, bitch. That's the same vibe as these people that eat garbage food and choose not to compliment your food. You know what I do? I'd be the greatest homeless person ever. Even if someone serves me shit that's garbage, I lie and I say it's great. I lie. It's not good to lie to your friends, but you know what? It's for the greater good. But do I want people lying to me? You know what? Yes. You know, like, first off, no. First off, they already are lying to me. They already are lying to me when they say it was okay. That was already a lie. All right, fuck. Anyways, I made the most beautiful vodka chicken the other day, and everyone loved it. Everyone loved it. A lot of compliments, and even the chat room was nice about it. Dude, it was great. And I made a test run, and then when I finally did it again, oh shit, did I forget to tell y'all? I added bacon bits to the sauce. Oh shit, I left that part out. Oh yeah, and when I shallow fried the cutlets, what else did I do? I used a little bit of regular like canola oil. Oh no, seed oil is the worst. Whatever, a little bit of canola oil and bacon grease. Are you kidding me? Who's going through that much? Who's doing that for a random person? Me. I'm the only one. Speaking of food, you know what I'm doing right after this podcast? I'm going to my friend Nick's Christmas party. We're calling it a party, but in reality, it's probably only going to have 5 people there. But he's making chicken wings. I like that people are going off the beaten path when it comes to holiday food. Okay? I think we should change everything about Thanksgiving. First off, no one really likes turkey that much. Stuffing? A bunch of wet bread? Oh, God. No. Some fruit gelatin that comes in a can? And I'm supposed to be thankful for this? Are you kidding me? And now we have Christmas. Christmas food is often a little bit better, right? But ham? No one cares about ham. Jesus didn't die for us to eat some random ass store-bought ham where the outside is like weirdly snappy and sweet. Okay. Chicken wings for a Christmas holiday party. 10 out of 10 idea. You know what else we're getting? Prime rib. Prime rib is a decadent food that you can serve with a lot of different things, right? It's not terribly unhealthy for you. I mean, it's red meat and it's very fatty, but it's not terribly unhealthy for you. Prime rib is a great holiday food, but a lot of the other shit that they make you eat, they force you to eat. I had a friend try to serve me wild rice. Your Savior died for this. And you're going to serve me some rice that ain't even shaped like rice. Not even the right shape. As a church going, I'm just kidding. Au jus, yeah, I can't wait for this, man. Chicken wings, I'm going to bring over some super spicy sauce. Don't tell anyone. Don't spoil it. I'm going to bring over some sauce. When everyone leaves the room, I'm gonna do the prank. The classic ninja lifestyle prank. One day, I'll accidentally kill someone, and you guys can write me letters in prison by pranking someone. I'm gonna put the hottest hot sauce I have in my fridge. I'm gonna look at the big bowl of wings. I'm gonna go beep, beep, beep. I'm gonna put 3 dollops on one wing each. There's gonna be 3 wings. Probably gonna be 50 wings. 3 of them are gonna be booty buster. Okay? And we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna walk away. I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm gonna let those wings just sit there. And you know who's gonna eat it? Someone who shows up late. Some disrespectful ass piece of shit who shows up to the party late. They said what time the party started, and you still chose to show up late? Well. Someone's gonna have to pay. Someone's gonna have to pay for that disrespect. And they will. So I'm excited for that. That's what's happening right after the podcast, man. One more food topic that I noticed about me. Speaking of spicy foods, if I'm hungry and I'm shopping at the grocery store, I overbuy. Everyone does that. You know, it's a common theme. They say don't go grocery shopping if you're hungry. You're going to buy a lot of junk food. You're going to buy more food than you need. You're going to have too many vegetables. They're going to go bad. You're going to buy too many chips. And then especially with me, if I eat that weed gummy on stream, oh, bro, those chips are gone. Those chips, that was a day in history. Those chips, open the bag, say, I'll eat 5 chips. You look up, every chip is gone, and you've opened a second bag. And you go, fuck, why did I buy 2 bags of chips? I've noticed that anything at the store, anything at all that says spicy on it, I buy it. I shouldn't do that. Look at me. I bought the spicy vodka. When I got the Bloody Mary mix, I picked the one that said spicy, although I did that because it was $1 cheaper. I bought spicy Doritos the other day. Spicy instant ramen. Had to get that. I bought spicy Cheez-Its. By the way, my new obsession, Cheez-Its. They are so goddamn good. Haven't had a Cheez-It in a decade. And I randomly, first off, I never walk up and down the cracker aisle. I don't know why, I never find myself there. In the grocery store that I go to, chips are on one aisle, crackers are on the other aisle. You think they would be on the same aisle, but for some reason they're not at this particular grocery store. So I never go down the crackers aisle. No reason for me to be there. The reason I was there on this particular day is because I needed breadcrumbs. And that's what I made the vodka chicken cutlet out of. So I said, you know what? I'm getting these breadcrumbs. I look over, I said, I cheese it. Huh, they still make these? Well, maybe I'll try. Oh, a spicy one. Oh yeah. They had a smoky one. They had a spicy one. They had a double pack where one side was one flavor, one side was the other flavor. Cheez-Its have come a long way, and I didn't realize it. Got the Cheez-Its, got the Doritos, man. If I don't buy the things that are spicy because I think they're going to be spicy, I buy them because I want to see if they're lying. And I'm such a bad consumer for that, but I think they know that about me. I think they market it like that because they know I'll buy it. Here's where I think they're fucking up. Every time I buy something from the store that says extreme spicy, almost everything, it never ends up being spicy. And that's why I eat it. I buy it and I eat it and I go, ha, that's not spicy. Fucking liars. And then they got a sale out of me. They made me buy it. Right? I bought it. I no longer have free will. If it says spicy, I'm going to buy it. So I do. But here's the thing. I only buy it once, and then I never buy it again. And then I go on my podcast and my Twitch stream and my YouTube and whatever, and I say, I bought this spicy shit. It wasn't spicy. Ha, lame. But here's the thing. If it really was super spicy, now you've made a sale for life, right? Give a man a fish. Now you just gave him a fish. Teach a man how to make spicy Cheez-Its, and now you have a customer for the rest of my life. I don't know why they don't do that, man. Anyways, just a quick thought on that. Dietrich says you should use the spicy Cheez-Its as breading. Guess what? I ate all of the Cheez-Its, but I kept the bag because there's a little bit in there. There's a little bit of dust in there. And after this podcast, I'm going to make a quick little snack. I think I might just fry one egg. You know what's going to be on top of that egg? Some non-spicy Cheez-Its. God damn it. What else been going on? Well, I was browsing Twitter the other day, and I had some core memory unlocked. Everyone, when they were a kid, some of you guys are around my age, and I feel like this probably transcends age. Although I don't know. Everything's digital now, so maybe I'm wrong. Everyone, when you were a kid, either had a friend or maybe in kindergarten or something, had this rug that like a roll-outable rug, and on this rug was a bunch of little roads and like hospital bed, little hospital, fire station, like a couple of houses, and it had like these roads. You take your Hot Wheels, you drive your cars on this rug, and I can't really describe it because I don't remember much about it. What happened to that? And why is that not, I'm sure someone's thought of it already. Why is that not like, they need to make that into like pajama pants, right? They need to make that into like a hat. The outside of the hat would be that design, a beanie, right? Or ugly like Christmas sweater. Oh, fuck it. Shower curtains with that fucking thing on there. Oh man, a puzzle. You put together a puzzle. They could put that on everything. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm changing my merch store. By the way, Yap merchandise, which according to Love My Toe stands for You're a Pussy. Available on my YouTube channel. Just go below the YouTube video description. You can buy my merch. My stupid ass merch store has decided to display all of my clothing backwards. So I assure you I'm not selling a bunch of blank shirts and the back of a hat. I promise you there is actual normal merch in there. Also, I complained to my merch store. I complained it was weeks ago, right? But in my second complaint, I wrote, hey, I complained about my merch store 13 days ago. You said it would be fixed in 3 days. You said it was just a technical issue because the server needs to refresh, which is a lie. Whoever's designing their website, quit. They don't have somebody actually maintaining their shit. So all they do is like there's someone who just hits the reset button and hopes that it works. So then they said, okay, you complained 13 days ago. Okay, we'll fix it now. And my first thought is, why didn't you just fix it? If the problem was fixable the whole time, why wouldn't you just fix it the first time instead of saying wait 3 days? If this problem was fixable, and by the way, I haven't looked at my merch store lately because if I'm on my own channel and I do it, it doesn't display. So I have to go into like incognito mode to look at my own merch to even see if it's going to display. And that's YouTube's fault. But if it was fixable, why didn't you fix it? I need to change. I need to change merch stores. But the quality of this hat, pretty good. Excited about that. What was I just bitching about? Oh yeah, the carpet with roads. So after I switch merch stores, maybe I'll release some carpet with roads designs. Would you guys be down with that? Maybe an apron. It says kiss the cook and it's just that road or whatever. Or maybe the road could lead to the vagina of a girl. Because that's who has vaginas. Okay. What are we talking about here? I skateboarded this week. Did you guys see what I uploaded today? I skated a flat bar. Man, my ability to pop a kickflip on a skateboard has really suffered in the past 1 year. So a few weeks ago, I proved that I could kickflip over my flat bar, and it was very easy. Did it multiple times, live on stream. And then only a few months later, I planned on kickflipping into a grind, a trick that used to be very easy. I'm talking, I was doing kickflip 50-50s on flat bars when I was 15, 16 years old. So I should be able to do this, but my body just is not fast as it used to be. It's not as powerful as it used to be. I probably could be maybe working out a little bit better, taking a little bit better care of myself. But I ended up getting this kickflip 50-50. It took a fucking million tries. I did it on a street flat bar. I got its clip on the same obstacle that Shane O'Neill skated in a couple of his parts. So that was cool. I got a kickflip 50-50. It took like 50 tries, which is a lot. Like that takes a lot out of a man. Let's say it took 50 tries. Then I go for kickflip 5-0. I say, you know what? I finally got a kickflip 50-50. By the way, skateboarders in the chat, I landed 4 different kickflip 50-50s until I landed one that was kind of reasonable, and even that one wasn't perfect. So for all the people on Instagram who are like, well, sometimes you land tricks sloppy. It just happens. No, sometimes you land shit sloppy. It just happens to you. Some of us continue trying the trick until it looks good and we're proud of ourselves. You guys, here's what it is. Everybody wants a fucking participation medal for kind of rolling away on their skateboard. Fuck out of here. If you want to be below average at everything, be my guest. Anyways, I landed 4 kickflip 50-50s. Also, God forbid I get better at the trick. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I had to do it 4 times until I got a clean one. God forbid now I'm better at this trick. I've now become a more skilled skateboarder. God, what a nightmare. What a tragedy. I'm now better at that trick than I was before. Ugh, what a loser. Okay, that's why you guys all fucking suck. Anyways, 50 try to get this kickflip 50-50. And then I tried kickflip 5-0. Land that fucker in like 4 tries. What are the odds of that, man? Skating is funny. Skating is funny like that. I don't think it was necessarily a confidence thing. I think it's just easier for me to pop a kickflip if I purposely like rocket the kickflip. So in this instance, it actually worked great for me. And my first thought was, there's no way anyone online is going to be able to complain about this. Kickflip 5-0 on a rail? That's tough to do. Not a lot of people do that. And people are still trying to complain. You know, everyone on Instagram is trying to do their impression of me, but they just don't know how to do it right. Okay? I look at tricks that are sloppy, and I call them sloppy. The internet looks at tricks that I do that are perfectly clean, and they go, his jacket looks lame and he's fat. You're not doing the impression of me right. I have to be shitty at skating for you to comment on me. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting for that day to come when I'm as shitty at skating as most modern pros. Unfortunately, I really am skating perfectly all the time. So you guys are doing your impression of me wrong. When I watch skateboarding and everyone's landing everything clean, I go, man, that was good. That's how you would do an impression of me. If you see someone do a clean trick, you then say, oh, that was a clean trick. Perfect Ninja Lifestyle impression. Perfect impression of Steve hates skating. Someone does a perfect trick, you go, oh, nice. Nicely done. Perfect trick. Someone does a sloppy trick, you then say, hey, that trick was sloppy. That's how you do an impression of me. You guys are all doing it wrong. I've also noticed online that a lot of people don't know the definition of tic-tac. Whatever. I mean, I'm talking to a bunch of fucking children, so they're just dumb. Kids are getting dumber and dumber and dumber. You know what, dude? I don't expect people to be getting better and better at skating if most of these kids can't pass a spelling test. They can't do a basic math problem. There's no way you're going to be able to figure out skateboarding, because now you have to combine your brain smarts with also your body being in shape and coordinated. You guys are all done. Skateboarding's dead. It's over. So I think we can all agree on that. That's pretty much all I have for the fun topics. I usually end the podcast talking about what I've been watching on TV. And I watched an episode of X-Files. I know, you guys are getting tired of the X-Files jokes. I know. This is a short topic. I watched an episode of the X-Files where, if you remember the movie The Sandlot, there's one kid, there's like a fat kid who has freckles. He's like, I think he's the catcher or something. Yeah, so in the X-Files, right around the time when Sandlot was coming out, right, what was that, the 80s or something? When was X-Files popping? Anyways, the kid from The Sandlot, you know, probably 2 years after he filmed The Sandlot, the opening scene, the very first scene in X-Files, before they even play the intro, before they even play that, it just shows the TV star, Mulder, the FBI agent. He shows up, he looks at this kid and just starts stabbing him in the chest multiple times. There's like no context at all. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, the fucking Sandlot kid? What the fuck did he do? It's just stabbing him in the chest. He stabs him in the chest with a stake, and then he grabs a rock and drills it further into this kid's heart. And I'm just like, bro, it was a one error, dude. It's a game. It's just a game, bro. It's baseball. You don't need to violently murder this guy. And then and then he looks at the kid closer, and he realizes he has vampire teeth. And then he grabs the kid's teeth, because that's what I would do after I violently murdered someone. I grabbed their teeth. And he pulls his teeth out, and they were fake, like Halloween teeth. So in this episode of X-Files, Mulder Mulder just murdered a kid. Anyways, really funny to me. I also watched a movie called Carry On, #1 movie on Netflix right now. It has I can't think of his name, Bateman, the guy from Ozark, who, by the way, he's a very good actor. The movie is complete garbage. It was probably filmed for like less than $10,000. But I was reading the reviews. The reviews say that it's a great movie. One person said Carry On, a movie about like a terrorist plot in an airport, was better than Die Hard. My Jesus Christ. The entire movie takes place in a small room. Like, and half of it's not even acting. It's okay. Here's how you know it's like a low effort movie. Half of it's not even acting. It's zooming in on like the good guy's face as there's a voiceover of someone talking to him on an earbud. There's not even real acting. Half of the movie is just recording audio. And he's like, hey, do you see that control panel? And then it zooms in on his face. Do you see the control panel? Good. Go over there and press the button. Put your phone down. Like, you're just zooming in on a person's face, and they're trying to build tension. And also the ending, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But yeah, let's just say that okay, I don't want to spoil it. Fuck it, I'll spoil it. It's a terrible movie. Don't fucking watch it. If a toxic nerve agent explodes in a gas form on an airplane, I want you guys to know that you can't just put it in a refrigerator and save the lives of everyone. It's not real. All right, like there's airflow, a little bit of airflow in the refrigerator. Also, the movie doesn't realize you can do this to get out of the movie doesn't realize you can do this to get out of a refrigerator. You can put your foot on the fucking no one in the movie has feet. Okay. Now you can watch the movie and you guys can tell me how right I am. Okay. No one in there has fucking feet. It's a movie with no one with feet and the gas that doesn't travel through the air. There's no feet. Gas somehow has the same properties as a brick, and plastic guns can fire multiple times. Anyways, all around piece of shit movie. It reminded me of a movie I watched many years ago, where basically there was a sniper hiding in a pile of trash. And the whole movie was just a guy hiding while talking to the sniper. That was the whole movie. That was it. That was the entire movie. They filmed this movie for about $14. I feel like I spent more money on my last skateboarding video than they did on these Netflix specials that are making millions of dollars. So, anyways, a lot of bad movies out there. Netflix has been just a wasteland, right? Nothing good on Netflix lately. I did see that Mr. Beast has some fucking show about bullshit. And then I realized that I'm a man in my mid-30s and I don't give a shit about Mr. Beast. So maybe you guys can watch that and tell me how it is. Anyways, that's all I have today for the podcast. Do not watch Carry On. No trivia today, but there is something special I have for trivia. You guys are going to like this. It's a Christmas trivia. Someone in this chat room will get a free pack of Ninja Lifestyle stickers. Day Day has won the trivia I believe, 3 weeks out of the last 4 weeks. So what are we going to do today? Day is going to pick someone in the chat room right now after everyone says hell yeah, and Day will choose the winner of the Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack. Day, just close your eyes and put your finger on the screen and you pick the winner. Can I get a oh hell yeah from everybody that chose to stick around for the podcast? If you tuned in late, don't worry. The repeat of this podcast comes out on Podbean, on iTunes, on YouTube, on Spotify, anywhere where podcasts can be found. I appreciate the support. We went nuts on Twitch yesterday. I won't see you guys before Christmas, so I hope everyone has a great Christmas. I know the holidays is not necessarily the most cheerful time for everyone, but I at least hope that you guys treat yourselves with some delicious food. Shout out to Love My Toe, the worst username, Turtles Are Cool, D-Trick, Love My Toe, The Griff, D-Trick, iBook Boy, Low Key, Paul, Miranda, Drum Bocus, Day chose Toe because Toe guilt tripped Day. Look at this madness in the chat room. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me all year long. We have to come up with some New Year's resolutions soon. So you guys can let me know that in a comment if you're watching on YouTube. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. The stream is not going to end right now, so don't go anywhere, but the official podcast is over. I very much appreciate you guys. If you want to support the podcast, tell a friend about the podcast, tell a coworker, tell a family member, or send me some money. I'd prefer the money. Or send me little dog toys and stuff like that. Thank you, Love My Toe, for the wonderful Christmas presents for my beautiful baby, Koopa the dog. As I always say for you guys, have a great weekend. Don't drink too much. And also, don't drink too little. I'm gonna let you guys know who eats the chicken wing next week, because they gonna be dead.